Guys, welcome back. Grins and Giggles Productions here. We're gonna finish up our tutorial about how to show you guys how to make a simple landscape like such. Where we left off last time, we are actually making the sky now. And I'm gonna actually fix up my mountain layer here. But creating the sky and doing a little more color correction and clean up so everything looks nicer. To make a sky, you're probably wondering, okay, well, how the flip do I do that? It's not too hard. Actually, make a new layer. And we'll call this sky. Hit OK. And pick a dark tone of blue, so we can bring out the contrast later on. So go ahead and go to filter and make sure that you're on your sky layer and it's a transparency. But filter, render, clouds, and just kind of go around and see what you like. And I kind of like this. I mean, you can free transform it and rotate it around and see what else you can do with it. But I mean, this looks pretty good to me. So you hold shift, but that looks pretty good to me. Okay. Now what you want to do is move it under your mountain layer, so you can see your mountain range in the back. You can go to image, adjustments, go to curves or Control M, kind of boost up all your contrast. Like this, so. And see how that brings out all the blue if you create something like that. And this is kind of a sort of a wavy line, almost like a W. But that works. And now that we can see that, I might even you might even want to rotate it around a little bit, just so that you can get a nice blue spot or an open spot later, so you can put a lens flare there, and we'll explain why. And that should do it. Okay, next what you want to do is actually go ahead and create a new layer. And what we did in the example is we have an overlay layer, which is just a black layer, and we just set it to overlay. So just go ahead, create a new layer, move it all the way to the top if it's not there already. As soon as I get there, go ahead and name it overlay, not do other stuff to it, but let's go ahead and name it overlay just so you know where everything's at. Go to your paint bucket tool, select a black color, literally black, and set it to black, overlay. And see how it just brings out all this this different variation and contrast and such. That's what we're going for. That's good. Now before we do anything else, let's go ahead and color correct everything. Let's go ahead and start with our mountains. Kind of turn the fill down. That's good enough for me. Even though it's still at 100%, but that's good enough for me. Okay. So let's see. We'll go ahead and go to Control M. There we go. And just kind of do that. And you know, with the medium shot, I'd like to make it really, really, really dark. Just because it looked really, really, you know, nice and such. This is my first tutorial, so if if I seem like I'm not really focused, that's kind of my fault. Kind of shift it around a little more. Make everything the way you want it. And boom. Just kind of keep color correcting it, and you know, it'll get there eventually. I mean, you probably won't get it the first try. I obviously took a couple hours to figure out how to do this. Luckily, I was in a car ride. We kind of had to fight, you know, different Transformers on the way here. I'm trying to make a, you know, cool story to make myself sound more exciting, but that's probably not working. So, yeah. Anyway, yep. So here's your grass layer. I'm actually gonna go to my close-up layer and bring out some contrasting yellowness. Okay, I'm actually going to colorize this, and what you can do to that to bring, you know, just change up the color-wise, go to image adjustments, go to hue and saturation, or click Control U, colorize it, saturate it up a little bit, and I would even make this kind of a yellowish color. Make it darker. Hit OK. And that should be good for now. Next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and create a lens. So create a new layer. We'll call this lens. Go ahead and go to your paint bucket tool, paint it all black, and go to filter, render, and lens flare, and kind of guesstimate around, you know, where your light source was, or where your empty spot in the clouds was, and go ahead and set it to screen. Now, if you don't like the way it looked, you can always, you know, go ahead and hit Command or undo it, and you know, it takes a little trial and error, and I'd turn the brightness up a little bit. That works for me. We're just gonna duplicate it a couple times just to brighten it up. Select all those layers. I would even merge the layers and set it to screen again. Now what you can do is actually create a new layer, and once again paint it all black. Use your marquee tool, your elliptical marquee tool, there we go, and just get rid of that center. All you do is just kind of select it, and delete it. Control D to deselect it. Once go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Just kind of blur it out a butt ton. Hit OK. Control T for free transforming. Expand it a lot. not even zoom out here. And that creates a vignette, and what a vignette does is